What kind of society would we be without compassion? If our projects and work were not guided by compassion, what kind of world would we be creating? What kind of life would we be living?
There are growing communities, both within and outside of spiritual traditions, who are recognising that compassion is a natural human capacity that must be fostered for our world to flourish. I'm Dr. Petrina Barson, and I'm the Director of the Centre for a Compassionate Society.
And my name is Vadim Ragozin. I'm a program designer and a facilitator at the Centre. We're addressing this video to you being someone who lives in Melbourne or wider Victoria, and you're striving to create positive change in our social or ecological systems. You might be the kind of person who's troubled by the issues of our world, and you're striving to make a difference. Trying to create positive change can be thankless, it can be exhausting, it can be stressful, it can be isolating. We're wondering what you turn to for guidance and resource when you do your work.
So you might be involved in supporting First Nations communities or in activism for refugees and asylum seekers. You might be working in the space of climate activism, or you might be in a role striving to help make Melbourne more ecologically sustainable and regenerative. You might be in a caring or healing profession, and you might be addressing public health issues or social inequality or mental health issues.
Sustaining ourselves when we do this kind of work can be really challenging. There can be a sense of hopelessness at the scale of these issues. There can be resentment or even anger towards people and systems that perpetuate the suffering that keeps going every single day. There can be isolation or loneliness in this kind of work. And there can even be fear for the future generations.
So we wonder if you've thought about what sustains you in this work, what helps you to stay vital and inspired, and what deeper narratives or resources or practices you draw on.
And we also wonder what kind of community you're surrounded by. Are you surrounded by a community of people that support you at a deep level to be your best self? Are you supported both to be your best self personally and professionally?
And what's your deepest motivation for putting your energy towards positive change? So beyond all the various ways that we strive to help in this world, even beyond our complicated motivations, we believe that the thread connecting us is compassion, our desire to alleviate the suffering of other beings, whether they are human or non-human.
So we are designing a hybrid course on compassion, and the intention is really to resource you and support you in your compassionate engagement in the world. We will be drawing on ancient spiritual traditions and teachings, we'll be drawing on the modern science of compassion, and we'll be creating a community centered around compassion. There are practices and teachings and resources that can support you in your capacity to live from your heart in a truly fulfilling way.
And as you undertake this course, you'll find yourself part of a community of like-minded and supportive people, all striving to create compassionate change in the world from varying fields. So beyond any given area of work or ideological expression, compassion is a fundamental part of our humanity. And what if we came together and supported each other from this essence?
The various issues that we're trying to solve in this world are complex. This means that they're entangled and they're cascading into one another. We literally can't do it alone. So beyond just the course, our intention is to create spaces and events and gatherings that will bring us all together and weave threads of connections between us. Hopefully, we'll be able to create spaces for emergent collaboration and support and dialogue.
I guess what we're asking is, what kind of change is possible if we all come together?
Now, we have a question for you that's not rhetorical. We actually want your input and your response because it will guide our offerings and it will guide the way that we design the course. So we're hoping that you can make a 1 to 2 minute video using the link below and answer the following question. If you feel like ranting, you can go for 3 or 4 minutes. So just whatever you feel like.
So the question is this: what do you find most challenging in your work as you try to create positive change in Melbourne and Victoria? And then, secondarily, what might be one thing you need in order to overcome these challenges? So, for example, in working in refugee activism, one challenge can be just the rage that I feel towards our government for abandoning vulnerable individuals and basically relying on random community members and organisations to provide support.
And what's one thing that you would need to overcome that?
Yeah. Well, I guess a safe and supportive community in which to express and maybe process that rage would be helpful. So when you make your video, feel free to state your name, your role, and the change that you're trying to create. The intention is for us all to get a sense of both the diversity and the unity of our endeavours, and to see some of the faces that are doing good things.
Please click the link below to contribute to the conversation, and feel free to watch videos, submissions from other people. Our intention is for you to see other people in this space. To do so, press the pink button in the bottom of the screen, and then click the pink ellipse, and from there you'll find the video recording function. If you're interested in participating in the course when it comes out, or you're interested in the other offerings of the Centre, feel free to subscribe to the mailing list. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we look forward to seeing you.